Hey, what's going on? This is Jason Milan, owner of Body Therapeutics Fitness and the founder of the 90-Day Stubborn Spot Fat Loss Solution. And today I'm going to teach you step by step how to lose your stubborn fat spots for good. More specifically, if you follow what I'm going to teach you today, you can lose up to 40 pounds of stubborn fat in the next 90 days. I've seen it hundreds of times and I know you could do this too. Okay? Now, I want to start off to give you some context to really explain to you why you should have listened to me and why I'm qualified to be able to give this information to you right now. So it started for me back in 2009, around August of 2009. I recognized at the time I was 50 pounds overweight. All right, my health was not where it should be. I was working as a firefighter in North Florida, and around I think it was September or so, I had kept going and saying, hey, I'm gonna start next Monday, I'm starting next Monday, and I would try some things and I would quit, or I'd get distracted, or other things would pop up in life, and I never really stayed consistent. And then in October of 2009, I was responding with my crew to a routine house fire, flames coming out the house, the windows, doors, everything like that. Well, my partner and I made entry into the house. We had reports of two brothers being trapped inside of this structure. So we went to do a search and rescue. We were crawling beneath that smoke line, right? We're crawling beneath the smoke line. We could barely see in front of us. There was so much smoke. There's flames coming out. We had our hose. We were dragging the hose at the same time, so we were in puddles of water. And I reached for what I thought was a doorway. Well, it ended up being a live dryer. 220 volts went through my body, out my back. I was immediately rushed to the hospital, where I was admitted for 3 nights. All right. Now, the doctor came in. I remember this vividly. Okay, he was like, "Listen, your insides look like that of a 90-year-old man," and he's like, "Plus, you're too out of shape for being as young as you are." I was in my low 20s at the time, and so I said, "You know what? I gotta do something about this for real this time." This was my wake-up call. A near-death experience, okay, was my wake-up call. And I remember just kind of sitting, staring at the wall, being like, "What should I do?" And so this sought me out on a journey. All right, I ended up leaving the fire department a couple years later. I went on a journey to figure this out. And throughout my journey, I started doing all these different diets, all these different diets that you've probably tried before. I've done all these different exercise programs, from kickboxing to calisthenics to home workouts to Beachbody to P90, you name it, I tried it. And this led me down a road where I lost weight, but I ended up becoming skinny fat. And I want to be able to break this down to you today, because along my journey, I discovered really what I deem as metabolic intensity training, which is the solution. And I want to be able to give you exactly what to do, so you don't have to suffer like I did. You don't have to go down that road, become skinny fat, or if you are already kind of skinny fat, which is basically flabby and soft, there's a good chance that you're going to end up a lot worse. And I want to save you that trouble and hopefully give you the solution today that's going to fix that for you. Okay? And since I've discovered this method, I've trained, this is in the past 9 years, I've been able to help coach over 3,000 people to lose 20 pounds or more. And I'm very proud of that fact, very grateful for that fact. And I would love to add you to it, whether you actually get coaching for me or you're gonna learn from me today. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and break this down. Now, there's 3 big problems that are happening right now. And it's a good reason if you do have stubborn fat, like in your belly, in your arms, in your hips, and your thighs, there's a good chance that you are suffering from 1 or all 3 of these problems. Okay, so the first problem is a broken metabolism. This is what I end up suffering from. A lot of people have some damage to their metabolism, and this comes from years of maybe not exercising as much, or it comes from different yo-yo dieting, doing generic workouts, just different things. I'm not gonna call any workouts out right now. And doing maybe too much cardio, okay? This causes a broken metabolism. You'll know you have a broken metabolism whenever you lose weight, but you can regain it really easy. There's a good chance that your metabolism is damaged in some degree, okay? The second thing is hormonal imbalance. Whenever our metabolisms end up getting damaged, which 80 to 85% of Americans, really actually I think it's worldwide now, actually have some sort of damage to their metabolism, okay? Your hormones will start down-regulating, okay, because it's a survival mechanism, and this causes your body to make it literally impossible to lose that stubborn fat. It'll cling on to it because it's how we're built for survival, all right? And this can cause a lot of long-term health effects, negative health effects, Like it can cause you to regain your weight again, it can cause diabetes, heart disease. A lot of things are linked with this. So it's a lot more important than just kind of that vain aesthetics, okay? Third thing is information overload. Much like I got consumed with doing all these crazy different workouts, all these crazy diets, I didn't know where to begin. I was confused, so I just was trying all these things, all right? And it's cool to try stuff, but I'm sure right now you're probably not wanting to waste all of your time and be like, well, I don't want to do all this crazy stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want to become skinny fat. I want to get rid of my stubborn fat. I want to lose this weight. And so I'm sure you don't want to be able to go through this, okay? So with this being said, this is a real problem, and this is what I am passionate about solving, because I don't want anybody to be able to have to go through this. And like I said before, if you already are going through this, I want to provide you with the solution right now, okay? So now that you know the problems that are happening, I want to be able to really give you the solutions, all right? And this is where I'm going to break it down a little bit more step by step, so make sure you're taking notes. If you're driving or at work or something right now, save this and make sure you come back to it so you can write some of this stuff down, okay? This is really, really important. The first thing you're going to have to do, okay, to get rid of that stubborn fat, especially if you're trying to reduce yourself down, like, you know, anywhere up to 40 to 50 pounds, you've got to do this stuff, okay? I've coined the term metabolic intensity training. This is my variation, this is my method around progressive weight training combined with high intensity interval training. So in order for this to be effective, first of all, let me explain what progressive means, okay? I know you probably know, but in terms of weight training, progressive means that each week you're varying the amount of weight you use, like you're increasing it. You're varying the amount of sets and repetitions you're doing for each exercise. And you're also varying the tempo, like as you control the weights, like you're slowing down, sometimes you're going faster, sometimes. Don't let it confuse you. You know, I could give you some sample stuff if you want some sample plans. It's really simple. It's not that complex to be able to get this stuff down. All right, and for this to be effective, you need to do weight training first, cardio second. Okay, really, really important. You need to do the weight training first, the cardio second. The next thing is you need to make sure you're doing 4 to 5 times a week of this. For it to be truly transformational, you need to ingrain it as a lifestyle habit. And you need to make sure you're doing this progressive weight training routine 4 to 5 times a week. Okay, 3 minimum, but I would try for that 4 to 5 for it to be as effective as I'm telling you today. Then the flex fuel method, this is my variation, this is my method I've created, but all it is a variation of flexible dieting combined with sports nutrition. So we're not gonna get crazy into the topics of this today. I wanna keep this video relatively short, but flexible dieting is just kind of like, hey, if it fits within your calories and macronutrients, you can eat it. However, I believe in sports nutrition, meaning you're going to give your body real foods, like no processed junk. And I have a golden rule that you must follow for this to be really successful for you. And it's called the 85-15 rule, meaning 85% of the time, you should be eating real whole foods, okay? Real whole foods. 15% of the time, this is where flexible dieting really comes into play. You could be eating processed foods like tacos, pizza, you know, whatever it is that you enjoy that are gonna make this a sustainable and like long-lasting plan for you, because the whole idea is to make this a lifestyle. And remember what we already talked about in the problems. The chances are you probably have metabolic damage to some degree, and we need to really make sure we're getting your metabolism rebooted. That's the whole point of this. Get your metabolism to really be optimized and running on all cylinders. Because when you can get your metabolism and your hormonal functions really firing off on all cylinders, if you will, that's where you're gonna really get to be able to reduce that stubborn fat and to permanently keep those results, all right? And then the last thing is you need to have truly custom coaching, all right? Listen, I went through this, the whole like Beachbody YouTube things, look at Instagram, it's all cool, right? It gives you ideas, but in order to really create these lasting changes, to actually have a complete fitness transformation, you need to have a truly custom action plan. Meaning, we need to have something that's designed for your unique body, you know, because who knows how much metabolic damage you have? We have to assess that. Who knows how much body fat you have on your body, all right? And where you are in your fitness journey, what you've done in the past, what's caused you to fail, you know, how much accountability you need, because we all need accountability because we're human beings, right? Let's face it, we're all busy, we have our careers, we have our families, we have all this other stuff to do. And if you think about it, if you all of a sudden woke up and had like a big lump on your chin, chances are you're probably gonna go into Google and say, hey, what the heck's this big lump? But I'm pretty sure you're gonna probably seek out an expert, a doctor, somebody that specializes in lumps on your chin, and you're gonna be, hey doc, give me a solution. It's the same thing with your stubborn fat. We're talking about real damage here that's happening. And so you need to take this as like a real, you need to take true responsibility for this stuff, and you need to seek out an expert, a fitness coach, somebody that's gonna be able to give you a unique plan for your specific body type and where you are in your journey, okay? Because the number one thing is, we've got to get your metabolism functioning correctly. Because the reason you yo-yoed up and down throughout the years, or are currently stuck right now and you can't get rid of some of those stubborn spots, is because the metabolism is not top of mind, okay? A lot of these gimmicky diets and workout trends and all this stuff that are out there right now are literally just designed to make money off of you, okay? They're not actually trying to support your metabolism, right? They're just, they're probably out there for good reason. They're trying to do good thing, but listen up. They're not helping you optimize your metabolism and get rid of that stubborn fat. You may lose weight, sure, but you're gonna bounce right back up. And I don't want that for you, because like I mentioned, I suffered through this stuff. And it's one of the biggest reasons I'm so passionate about really helping people lose stubborn fat, especially helping them fix their metabolisms, because that's the root cause of why we have stubborn fat. Okay, so listen up. If you want to go ahead and do this on your own, it's totally fine. I encourage you to start implementing this immediately. But if you're somebody that knows yourself and you want to take all the guesswork out of it, you want something done for you, you want me to hand you a custom action plan for your unique needs right now, I am taking on 5 people who want to lose up to 40 pounds of stubborn fat in the next 90 days. Okay, so this is for somebody that has 10, 20, 30, 40, even up towards 50 pounds that they want removed in the next 90 days. That means you have to be dead serious, you have to be an action taker and willing to be committed throughout the process, okay? If this is you, I'll personally coach you, provide you with done-for-you workouts, meal plans, weekly accountability check-ins, and access to me at all times, all right? However, I've got to note, I cannot just accept anybody. The first thing we have to do is hop on a quick 10-minute phone call to where we're gonna basically brainstorm where you are right now, what your goals are, and to see if or how I can help you. If I can't help you, I'll politely point you in another direction, somewhere where I think is better suited for you. If I can't help you, we'll move on to the next steps and kind of go from there, all right? So listen, I can only take on 5 people right now. So if you think you could be one of those 5 people, you can message me right now to say, coach me, as the code word, and I'll know what that means, and I'll be able to reach out to you with the next steps. Hey, and as always, if you have any questions or any concerns, if you're concerned that you have metabolic damage, which chances are you have some degree of it, I mean, the reports are, I think 85% of the world population has some kind of metabolic damage, and you want to know what the next steps are, once again, we can chat for a few minutes and I can kind of assess where you are right now, and we can get going. But like I said, any questions, you can drop them, you can let me know. And as always, I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you took some great information from this. And as always, I hope you have a very healthy and happy day.